Hi, hey, hey. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're on day 10 already. Can you believe it? So now they say time flies when you're having fun. I hope you're having a lot of fun with this course and not making it too much work. I hope you are experimenting and exploring and playing around with the things. And remember, the intention of this is to explore, to be curious, to open yourself up to things you haven't done before, and to see what works for you and what doesn't. I hope that you're already starting to feel some energetic shifts. But again, I do say, and I must remind you of this, please don't make this work and don't make it hard work. Don't make it something you have to do and you have to catch up. And also take your time with it. Some of these tools, too many of them too quickly can feel overwhelming. So take your time. You've got this content for life, and so you can come back to it at any point in time and work with it. So please, 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 I see my dress is all skewed, which is a good thing for today's topic. Please just take it easy and enjoy the process, yeah? We have one core purpose on earth, and that is joy. And joy is the highest frequency available to us in the physical plane. And so joy is this absolute childlike essence of play and fun and laughter, and that is the topic of today. There is nothing better than a good laugh. There is nothing better than lightening up and just taking the world as it comes. And when we see life as the playground that it really is for us, the question is, what games do you want to play on this playground? And it really is, whilst we deal with some difficult stuff, it doesn't always have to be as hard as we make it. And I know many of us are going through difficult times. I know you may be finding some things in your life difficult. There are certainly challenges for all of us. But when we approach it with a light heart and when we can see ourselves in it, we can sometimes lighten up about it. And when we talk about laughter, so laughter and play are the two areas I'm going to focus on today. When we talk about laughter, one of the things that from my NLP training we talk about is when you get serious, you get stupid. And this is a very realistic statement. Physically in your mind, when you get serious, and what I mean by serious is stressed out and things are hard and so on and so forth. And we get like this about work, and we get like this about the problems we're facing. When we get very serious, we get quite stuck. And the reason we get stuck is mentally we don't have the resources for us to be creative. There's nothing, there's no energy or blood flow or air that goes to the creative parts of the brain. The brain goes into a fight or flight place, and you get ready to defend yourself and attack yourself in the world. So literally when we get very stressed, our minds shut down and we do not get creative and playful about how to solve the problems we're in. So when we get serious, we get stupid. And so to approach difficult problems in a light-hearted way is probably one of the most empowering things we can do to be able to expand into our light and to be able to find solutions and resources to challenges. You'll all know that, you'll be dealing with something and you can't think of what to do about it, and then later on in the middle of the night or a couple of days later, you're like, why didn't I think of doing that? And it's because you're more relaxed. You suddenly find solutions to problems you couldn't think of when you were in the situation itself. So that is really why becoming aware of laughter and play is such a powerful tool for us in our own spiritual practice and in our own journey. I've worked with many people and done readings and healing sessions for them. And one of the things, especially when people are quite ill, that the guides often bring forward as a healing prescription is to please go and download funny movies and sit and laugh. And they often talk about it as have a laughter marathon. Is to go and download your 10 funniest movies or 5 funniest movies or even 2 funniest movies, if that's what you have time for, and just sit and laugh. And we all know there's those movies that are just light-hearted and playful, and they've got those ridiculous scenes, and you just can't help yourself but laugh at them. And this laughter, the guides prescribe it as a healing tool because it brings so much revitalizing energy with it. Is that on a physical level, it's like an internal massage, the way they show it. And on an energetic level, things get shook up and shake, and there's so much joy. And joy is the greatest healing tool we have. So laugh your way to better is a great practical, gorgeous tool that we have to use. And this is why the world is blessed with comedians and clowns, although some people have some difficulty seeing the fun in clowns sometimes, but comedians. And I worked with a guy, and one of his greatest things when I was in the corporate world is he had this way to lighten the entire room, because when people got very stressed, he would make a joke, but he'd make a very funny joke, and he'd often make himself the joke, and it lightened the energy. You could almost just feel this heaviness just lifting away. So laughter, and one of the things is, are you good at laughing at yourself? And seeing how weird you are and how strange you are. And I know with many clients I work with, they have this huge fear of being laughed at. The question is, can you laugh at yourself? Be light about yourself. Is that you're just doing the best you know how to do. There's no point in getting so stressed and so serious all the time. And so one of the things it's also, it's like, who are your friends that make you laugh? Where do you go that's just joyful and easy and fun? And I would go as far as saying is, if you are needing to heal your heart or put in place some stress management tools in your life, schedule time for laughter. And this is actually where the internet is really helpful as well, is you can just YouTube funny videos and you can sit, and there are some pretty funny things. I don't always know that it's funny to laugh at people when they're getting hurt, but gosh, there's some interesting videos out there, and you can't help yourself sometimes. It's just so funny. So please, please, please do that. And this brings us to the concept of laughter meditation, and I've attached a link for you. And there will definitely be one, there might be more than one, of a process to take you into laughter meditation. And laughter meditation is this exhaling of energy. It's like this, and as you start laughing, and the more you do it with people, you end up in this laughter, this contagious expression of release. And we're often holding on to stuff very deeply, and when we laugh, our lungs compress and we expel out things. And that's why we often feel so much lighter. We also often can have tears of laughter, and that expression, that release, so powerful. So if nobody's looking, go and practice with the link and do some laughter therapy. Even better, do it with people that are looking. Get a group of friends together, get home with your kids and put it on and do some laughter meditation. Some of my clients will know that I do this thing, and it's I'm probably going to make a big fool of myself on video now, and it's going to be on the internet, so I'll never live this down. But our bodies are quite stupid in a way, and we can override how we feel. And I have this thing that I learned many years ago called a reboot, which is about rebooting your body to feel better. And so if you're having a really, really crappy day, or things are just getting to you, go to the bathroom and stand in front of a mirror, and you're going to do the following. And I'm going to make a fool of myself, but you're going to do this. And you're going to do this for a good minute or two. But what's happening is, even though I'm not laughing, I really look stupid doing that, is you've engaged every muscle that looks and feels like you're laughing. or happy. And your body kind of goes into like, oh, she's happy. Let me release endorphins, and endorphins are this beautiful hormone that is like it's like this essence of joy, and it releases us, and it starts to flood our body with endorphins, and we start to feel better. So, yeah, smile more, laugh more, engage more. And sometimes you can go and do a reboot, a Control-Alt-Delete, where you go to the bathroom and literally until the endorphins start to flood through your body. Playfulness is obviously directly related to the sense of laughter. And the question I'd ask is, when last did you play? And the reason the word play comes up is that it's a meaningless, frivolous task. It's just fun. And this is why it's really wonderful to have children. This morning I've had quite a rough week, a very busy week. And this night I have a niece who's 4 weeks old. Oh, she's so precious. And I went and visited this morning for half an hour. And just the sheer holding her, and it just grounds you to the sense of innocence. And that's why we love babies and children, is because they're just innocent. And when you around toddlers and young children, the sense of permission we give ourselves to play again is wonderful. And we call it looking after them. But you can sit on the floor and draw Lego, or do puzzles, or color in, or play with Play-Doh, and get your hands dirty. I promise you, there's no better healing than dirty hands. Playing in the sand pit, playing at the beach. And one of the things that I do frequently in workshops with clients is finger painting. Dip your fingers in some paint and smear it on the page. Make happy. And so play. When last did you bake and just put funny colored icing on things? When last did you just do things, go and sit outside and play a game? And this can be playing sports, it can be playing cards, it can be playing, provided you can release your competitive need to win side, you can just do it for sheer joy. Some of you might have competition and joy mixed up, so if that's your case, that's the case for you, that's fine. But your task for today is to find a way to play more. How do you have more fun? Just lighten up. And so, when last did you laugh? When last did you play? Make that the top thing on your list of to-do items. Play, laugh, have fun. It's all going to be okay. So until tomorrow, sending you lots of love and blessings and joy, and I'll see you then. Namaste.